Yo. How we doing today? Well, this is gonna be a pre-recorded video, so it should end today. We're gonna be doing three different strategies. First, we're going to do a zero RB strategy. Then we will do a robust, heavy RB start, and then we will go to the well balanced. Try to stay even. Try not to go too far in any kind of direction. So it's gonna be a different kind of video. I hope you guys like it. If we do, we'll do more like this. If not, we'll go back to the traditional live stream. Well, we'll do those anyways, but we're gonna try some new stuff this year. So we have the board pulled up. We just want to read off the people in this great lobby. We have Go Blue 11, Slug 003, C Des Moines, Surface Gnome, Roscoe 2410, Indians 109. I am the Great One, Westwood, because I can't see the whole thing. Out of the 10, the Ely, Kid PvP, Sea Dog Savage. So it's going to make it a little tricky being on the other side. So a 0RB is a little tricky, but at the same time, perfect. So I can grab like a CD and a Brock Bowers or a Drake London. So we'll see what happens here. I'd like unless ASB falls, we'll see. We shall see. All right, we're about back on the clock. Jason just went. This is kind of a weird, crazy start. I did notice that Poppy, we did get ASB to fall to us at 9. Perfect for the 0RB start. So I looked in the pregame. I was like, oh, okay, I'll jump in. I'll check it out. A lot of these people did not have badges. So we're going into a room with 1, 2, really 3, 4, 5, like almost half the lobby with not full badges. That is a pretty good indication that these are new players. Now they could be sharps in disguise. Someone might be smurfing up here. We don't know. I'm not in everybody's house. I can't see everything, but we got to a pretty soft lobby. This is why it is nice not to stream all of my Billy Maker drafts. By the way, I bought these crazy tiny little Coke Zero bottles unintentionally. They just didn't have the bigger one. So if you see me, yes, it is a tiny little bottle.
Do you like spaghetti? What's the catch?
I don't have any AJ Brown. I kind of feel like that's a unique pairing with what the current draft status is. So we're going to grab AJ Brown to go with Amon St. Brown. It's not like a crazy new, but like since he has moved up, it's gonna be a little bit harder to get now that he's moved up so far. And he could potentially be moving up even further now I've heard rumors that JT was looking for a contract extension, so that could cause him to go further up. And a lot of people have been pulling up Amon Ross, so it could be going in different directions, so it might be hard to get those combined. All right, so coming back up on the clock, I was kind of hoping to get Josh Allen. Had like the number 1 quarterback with the best wide receiver room, but it's okay. We're not going to get Josh. It's gonna be okay. We have some pretty good options here, though. I think Abuka is probably going to be our option. Yep, Abuka. I already have him started, but I kind of figured that'd be what I'd be looking at here. Now we can hope for a Ladd McConkey fall, but it probably won't be what happens.
What was your bedroom like?
So in Abuka, so they all have different buys. We're probably going to go 5 rounds before we get our first running back, and then we'll probably grab a few after that. But starting 5 without a running back is probably what we're going to do here. Whether we get a tight end, which Loveland goes off the board in the 3rd round, which is kind of wild. I was getting him in the late 4th, early 5th to start the season. So, Ladd and Neighbors go. That's going to make it tough. So, Burden, P-Mac, Terry McLaurin. I'm tempted to go T-Mac here to get the alpha in the room. I have an alpha in that room, that room, that room. Let's get the alpha for the Carolina Panthers. I like T-Mac. I like McLaurin. But if we are going to go week to week, and though we're trusting in Bryce Young to get him the ball, I do think that he is the absolute leader in targets for this squad. And it's also going to bring into a divisional game that they at least get that one. Terry McLaurin's just a great player, part of a great offense. We won't be able to get him because there's no way he's going to fall 20 picks or whatever we have here. But it's a really good. So see, I'm already liking the start of the team. My team is going to absolutely dominate at the flex and at the wide receiver position. The running backs that we're going to get, maybe not top tier, but we're going to be looking pretty good here. Just a second. After we get our fifth and final non-run running back player. So coming back to the clock here, just a minute. A lot of running backs went off the board, but not as many as I thought. Scat didn't go to the fifth round. What is going on here? But we're going to get us another solid wide receiver, I believe, here. See, this is where I think I should have gone Terry McLaurin, but I think we go Tyler Warren. I feel great about it. I think one of these running backs will fall to here, and if they do go off the board, I'm going to grab Jaden. I don't care if it's early or whatnot. I like Jaden. I'm going to grab him, solidify top tier non-running back position here. And he's a week 13 bye. But we have solved the bye week issue that everybody else seems to have. Not a single complication. They are going to interchange throughout. So we are good there. Let's see here. Did other people take running backs at the end? They may not draft anymore. We might be able to get Trevion Henderson in the 6th round. Maybe. And again, if the running backs are gone, Judkins goes. That makes sense. And now we're going to dominate the wide receiver position. See, he's got Parker Washington, BTJ, and it's like, that's two of your same team. Like right off the rip, that's pretty tough to overcome unless they're just an elite pairing. But who knows about all that? So we get Trevion Henderson. 10 picks 7 picks past ADP. We reached a little bit on Tyler Warren, so it kind of evens itself out. But it wasn't that big of a reach, so in the long run, we got the ADP value. Plus, we got a top tier potential. Now we have the nice New England stack going on, too. And we can get our second tight end might be Hunter Henry, and we've just been done at tight end. Jack May has an ADP of 63, so probability of us getting him in a non-sharp room is very small. But on the off chance here that they are sticking to the board, and these are not redraft players, these are just new draft. Nope, never mind. He goes off the board right there too. To nothing correlated there, but it is what it is. You're not gonna be able to swing everything, and being able to get Trevion Henderson, as my first running back feels pretty good. I feel like we're gonna at least have some spike week games, which is what we're gonna be shooting for when we don't have. A lot of people will say, "Oh, I just want to get some points." Well, we're going to dominate at the wide receiver position, right? We're going to win that position every single week. So at this point, we want to at least try to, when we get points into our running back position, they're huge points. Trevion Henderson puts up huge points when he gets points. It's not 2 or 3. It's 6 to 7, on a drive. It's a big difference in comparison to what regular average Joe running backs like Jaylen Warren or, Judkins we're still in that good running back range. I still feel that. Like a David Montgomery. He's going to put up small points. Tony Pollard, small points. I don't know what this guy's doing, drafting 4 running backs when his first and third were heavy running backs. If they're, I don't know. I don't get it. But if it makes them happy, I think it's okay. Let's see the Kyle Pitts, Tucker Craft. What's the running back still here? Chuba Hubbard? Not like ideal, right? Not ideal. But we think about it. We take a step back. Now, I'm going to be talking about both sides of my mouth here. I don't think he's explosive. So I don't feel like I should go that route. I think we go something that I think could be a game changer. I think Malachi Lemon could be a game changer this year. It's early. It's at 5 picks early. So, but I think I thought about Ramondre there. I also thought it was silly to even think that way because I was like, oh, I'm buying a backfield. At least I get all the points for them. Like, no, that's dumb. I am looking at, did he just go? RJ Harvey, yeah. That's who I was like, ooh, another second-year running back who has the potential to blow up, but got taken. No big deal.
My wife died in childbirth.
We're going to get put into a tough position here. I think we're going to go Ricky Pearsall. And if Brock Purdy falls back, great. If we get Jared Goff, great. And then we're going to start stacking. Are you going to stack these quarterbacks up here? We're going to go quarterback heavy here. Trevion's going to be, as my buddy Eric Beinford calls it, the Hawkeye, build where, yeah, we have one subpar, not ideal running back as my RB1. And then we're going to kind of go from there and fill out the positions. But putting Ricky Pearsall onto this team and that, like, he's the only number 2 that I have on here. I know a lot of people are going to think Mike Evans is going to be the guy, but I still think Ricky Pearsall has that undeniable connection with Brock Purdy. So we shall see which set of people are correct. So Kyler Shuck going at 94 is absolute bonkers, but it is what it is. Jonathan Brooks also going in the hundreds. I've gotten him in the 120s. It's hard to buy that price. Brock Purdy also went at the turn, so that one it's getting a little hairy here at running back. But I think at most we're going 7 wide receivers at the most if something falls. I don't want to be pushing myself out, but we're going to be drafting 7 to 8 running backs for sure. Kind of crazy that he still hasn't gone. I might try to push Jared Goff since I do have Amon-Ra if Laporte is there. Laporte is gone. So kind of silly to not take Goff here to pair it up with my number 1 pick. There's some great running backs still here, but I want to get these quarterbacks before we're taking the nosebleeds of quarterbacks. We have a lot of options at quarterback too. That's what we have. Like Corum, if he makes it around, that would also be great. But not expecting him to. Though he might. These guys both have 3 running backs. They may not need a running back, but he also may be auto. Okay, Jalen Coker. That's a pick. That's pick 106. That's not to my liking personally, but to each their own. Xavier Worthy, yeah, that's a pick. That is a pick. What's he got here? Tom Manunga. Yeah, pretty good pick. Does he go running back? Is there some good value? Or does he go tight end or wide receiver? The world may never know. So we're not going to go Hunter Henry, by the way, because we are good there. J.K. Dobbins. We're still got a shot. Harold Van. What a pick. That's a great pick. Blake Courtney. Come on, baby. Come on.
But God sees all. So to the eyes. They have found her out, and now she will be punished.
So we're gonna go Blake Corum here because what a fall. I thought about Dalton Kincaid if we weren't getting him. I was like, I like the upside if I was to get both of those, but we will Blake Corum because we need an RB2, and I think it's a good fit for this team. And this is why you grab quarterbacks. Look at the run that has happened since I picked. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quarterbacks in that round. 2 of which I wanted for my own team, but that's here nor there. We have to deal with what we have to deal with here. And there's not a lot of left on the table here. Definitely not quarterback wise, so we might just bypass quarterback in this next set of players, and then just hope that either Daniel Jones, take JCM. We might take Okonkwo. It looks like somebody took who I was going to take, which was Mark Andrews. He took right from me. It's amazing. Yeah, the running back room that I'm building out here is kind of cool. Like, if JCM still has the workload, and if Blake Corum gets his 50-50 share, and Travion gets a 50-50 share, all it takes is a couple injuries, bro. Like, and or just outplaying them. It's not like it's anything crazy. Again, I'm not like the biggest JCM guy, Bill guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a just stay away from it. Just take Jaden and Terry last year. But, Bill proved me wrong a little bit. And I'm kind of a K-Tron guy, but Daniel Jones goes too. I might have to reach to get a quarterback. I don't know. We shall see. Now we'll take Chig. We take Chig. No, you know what we do take. We take Keaton Mitchell here. Bypass the tight end, but we will kick Keaton Mitchell. Now we have 2 week 7s and 2 week 11s. Not ideal, but that's who we're gonna rely on those 2 weeks. Let's see here. Who do the Chargers play week 11? They play New York Jets. Perfect. And who's the other one? JCM? Yeah, JCM. They play Cincinnati. Did we just find the pinnacle of like backup running backs playing against shitty defensive teams? I think we just found the perfect setup for what we are currently doing. I might have to pull this into drafters with this squad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to look awfully delicious over here. So we're about to be back on the clock. I wasn't really paying attention, all that. I was kind of a little distracted. But we're back on the clock now. I'm looking at quarterbacks. Or hear me out. We grab Omar Cooper as our last wide receiver. And then we grab. We got like running backs again. Okay. Omar Cooper here. 160. Where's Gino being drafted at? 179. It's early, and there's only everybody else has 2 quarterbacks. I feel like 3 quarterbacks is the proverbial way to go this year, or not the proverbial, but the current way to play is everybody drafts 3 quarterbacks. We need to get our second before we get shut out of that area. So we're gonna go ahead and grab Gino super early. I'd rather get Mendoza, but you get Omar Cooper. There's a potential for another. No, there's not really a potential there, but like we don't need that stress level. And then for this team, I was thinking we grab Mac Jones and we grab another backup to one of these guys, just on the offset chance that maybe they play, like Anthony Richardson. Where's Anthony Richardson at? He's still in the Colts. Like, give me a chance. Or Haynes King. I've talked about him a few times on stream. Haynes King, Carolina quarterback. Easily take that job. He's more of a running back type quarterback, and it would probably look great for T-Mac, but maybe he was held back by the player talent at at Georgia Tech. This draft is just a moving, everybody. It's coming back to be on my clock again. On my clock. It's about to be my time. Some running backs here I do like. I get one follower with Jonah Coleman. I'll take that if he comes to me. I'll take Sean Tucker, Brian Robinson. This is the running back range that I love. I might be on a branch all by myself, but I love all these running backs to my guy Najee that I have currently listed at 197. I love all of them. Okay, so we're not going to get any value. We're going to smash the running backs here, and then the last round we'll grab our boy Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is a solid quarterback too, and like I brought up on multiple streams now on RPS over on my own that I think it was 64 quarterbacks started last year, which is about a backup for every single starter. Obviously, there's some teams that had 2 or 3 and like some that didn't use any, but that's a lot of different starting quarterbacks. And I think Mac Jones is one of the better ones. And if he's given that opportunity, he will accomplish great things in that opportunity. So, yes, you can get shut out at quarterback. And, yes, you may lose because you may not get a quarterback early. But don't fret. Like, don't do what I did in a weird way where I reached pretty far, but you don't need to do that as much. But you can. I think you should reach, if you don't have a solid number 2, I think you should reach a little bit. But when it comes to getting a third, like I always feel comfortable. I'm okay with getting 2. Like there's nothing wrong. I don't think it's bad play. I once story time. I once did I maxed a $20 tournament on DraftKings, and I specifically grabbed 2 specific type quarterbacks on a lot of them. I should have diversified a little bit there. It was Zach Wilson, and it was I forget who was the early quarterback that I grabbed, but I grabbed him and the other one, and they were both injured for most of the entire year. Zach Wilson had that knee injury that like hurt him, and then I forget who the other quarterback was, but he was also injured. So then my entire season was done. I literally advanced 0 teams out of 150. So if you're not patient or you do diversify, I think if I would have done that strategy with 3 quarterbacks, maybe I advanced, 10 to 15, just because like that same year, I will say that same year I did advance. I think it was 7 teams or 8, maybe more teams to the finals in best ball, but that specific one, I didn't even get a single one into the playoffs. So it happens if you're not paying attention, or if you're specifically doing something, you can get shut out. You can absolutely not advance a single team. I've done it on multiple tournaments. I know that everybody thinks these touts are amazing because they're all diversifying so they can get someone in the playoffs and talk about, think how unlucky they got, whatever. You're not supposed to get a team into the finals but every 8 years. But if you do enough slates, you should get some, right? But the other side of it, it's like I'm not the type of player to there's different types of players, and I am one where I like to get not the exact same players, a certain core of players, and then build around that core. So like I have a lot of K-Tron. Obviously, I'm the Najee guy. I will always be Najee guy till he retires, or it is clear as day that he is not going to get any work. And I still believe that he could easily get a job. If he got signed anywhere tomorrow, his stock is shooting up to the 180s at the bare minimum. Anywhere. If he signs anywhere, he gets to the 180s. If he signs somewhere with a decent opportunity, 150. If he gets somewhere where he's going to start 100s and above, what's the difference between him and David Montgomery? To me, there's none. David Montgomery also had a 20 ACL or some kind of weird ACL injury. Obviously, we're going to take K-Tron here. He had some kind of weird ACL injury. Let's see. What was it? David Montgomery. Last injury. David Montgomery's last reported injuries were during the 2024 season with the Detroit Lions, where he dealt with a right MCL sprain, mild right shoulder. He initially avoided surgery, returned to the playoffs, played the entire 2025, is completely healthy. He is currently headed. Okay, so he didn't tear anything. I thought he had a really bad. So it was an MCL sprain. He looked like butt cheeks that year. Injury history for David Montgomery. Very high in risk. That's kind of crazy that they put that there. Look at all what we have left. We still only have one tight end. I do think we should grab Freiermuth here if it does allow us to. Freiermuth, and then I think that is our 18th pick, if I am correct. So we're going to go Najee and Mac Jones here, and that should finish up that draft. There he is. Yes. So I'm just took a quick look. I just wanted to see, what was his thing, and share this tab is that he has a very high injury risk. Chance of injury in 2026, 85% chance he misses at least 2 quarters. Chance of injury per game, 10%. Projected games to miss. That is a wild projection. Yeah. He's 29 years old. He's on the bigger side, so I never know if that's a plus or a minus. It's all to his right side. The poor man is not great. Groin strain, life egg bruise, a knee strain grade 1, and an MCL 3 years later. Pedal ankle sprain, pull unspecified grade 1. Arm, shoulder, chest root bruise. Head cranial concussion grade 1, 2020. So he ran pure last year. I don't think he runs pure for a whole other season. When you can clearly tell he missed 3 games, 21, missed 1 game, 2022, missed 3 in 2023, missed 3 in 2024, ran pure last year. Yeah, I highly doubt that he runs pure a whole nother year. So we're just gonna chalk that one up to that he got lucky. And I don't think he's going to get lucky again. But I guess that's why they play the game, as some may say. All right, we're coming back up on the clock to finish this draft up. We're going to end up with a 3-8-7-2 build with a heavy wide receiver start. We went Amon-Ra, St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Emeka Egbuka, Tedroa McMillions, Tyler Warren, Trevion Henderson, Malachi Lemon. Click this player real quick. Mac Jones, Trevion Henderson, Malachi Lemon, Ricky Pearsall, Jared Goff, Blake Corum, JCM, Keaton Mitchell, Omar Cooper, Geno Smith, Brian Robinson Jr., Ray Davis, Katron Allen. Wait, Jaden Blue went right after. That's right. Katron Allen, Pat Freiermuth, Mac Jones, and if someone takes Najee Harris from me, I mean, God help you, because that'd be weird. Just take him because you know who I am. That would be the only reason you guys take him. I'm the only one pushing him out. Nobody's talking about him. I've heard occasionally. I think it's BBG has said he's taken a few, and somebody else but nobody's pumping the bags like me, obviously. And the way he looks in the rankings, you'll never see him unless you're specifically looking to draft Najee Harris, which again, not very many people are looking to draft Najee Harris. So come on. We're drafting Shador Sanders and taking a whole hour to do this. Come on, guys. Alrighty. Nobody took Najee Harris. We're out here taking DJ Giddens. Good riddance. I'm kidding. Najee Harris. I like DJ Giddens. There's nothing wrong with DJ. All right, so let's go ahead. Pause this. We'll see you at the start of the next draft. Well, hot damn and call me a biscuit. Obviously, I have been doing nothing but drafting Chase if I've been given the opportunity. But obviously, we've already talked about it in the pre-show that we are trying to build 3 different types of teams. The first one was going to be a 0 RB team. This one will be a robust running back team. So we're not going to get great options in the second, probably, which is fine. So we're probably going to get Bijan Robinson here. But so yeah, this is going to be the robust team, and the next one we will take is a John Kelly, or is that John? Or is there a different person? It might be a different person. I always see Jay Kelly and think of my buddy from. I guess he last known location of his work was at Underdog, so that's just where my mind went. But it may not be them. Yeah, so we're gonna go running back heavy here. So we're gonna first 4 to 5 rounds. We're gonna draft a running back, and we'll be done after that. So we shall see. Draft is started. Get Bijan, it's crazy to think that Bijan was 101 and now has dropped to 102. It's like, I'm not gonna be mad at taking much Bijan now, but I don't get a lot of non-chase teams when I get the top 3. So I wanted 75 shares of Jamar Chase, but we'll see if we get there. But obviously, we took Bijan there, hit the easy plus sign, looked at the draft badges. Not going to be as easy as the previous draft. And so, as you can see, it's a lot of right down to ADP type plays already so far. So, CMC's a little off, but I would expect to see JSN here. He's one of the ones I think that was not a full badged player here. Yeah. So we shall see. I mean, maybe he is going to be a auto drafter. So I went through a lot of my teams last year and noticed that a lot of the not a lot, but I'd say 1 out of every 15 to 20, there was at least one team that didn't get any points for the whole season because they auto drafted the whole team. It happens. It happened the first year that I did it. I auto drafted one team, and it was because it was back then. Lobbies did not fill as fast as they do now. It wasn't the $20 back then, but it was a $3. This was the first year I did it. I have always been a low baller. I did not. Oh my god. Oh, I love lobbies. I love DraftKings lobbies, guys. It was getting a draft to fill. It took hours sometimes. I'll never forget watching Osimo, and he did a draft with 2 other people, and it took forever to get that draft started, just watching them. And it's like, now, man, you jump into a Millie Maker, you might wait. I mean, we waited for this one about 15 seconds before it filled. 15 seconds, that is wild. And in the previous draft, it did not take but 2 to 3 minutes. Again, I had to wait for hours back then for a $3 to fill. And this was like prime August season. So I just remember I had just watched the Patriots game and I was just really high on the Ball of Butchers I had played. I forget what his name was. But I had the Patriots Ball Butcher Knives. Commanders. What was his name? Trent Richardson was also compared there. I highly doubt this is from. What was that year? That was at 2021. No, 2021 season. Yeah, Osborne. I thought he was on the Patriots. Rookie RBs 20 season. We're coming up soon on the clock with a Josh Allen selection and a Jeremiah selection. There might be some weird stuff going on here. I may be able to get one of these stud running backs. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. I said 2020. What are you talking about here? First, let's take our goodness gracious. Ho, ho, ho. It just doesn't make sense not to take Brock Bowers here. We're gonna take Brock, and then we're gonna go Kyren, right? Yeah, we're gonna go Kyren. We're gonna get our stud running backs, not ideal running backs either, but that's what we're here to do. We're here for a robust running back. We got two running backs in the first 3 rounds. We're gonna get 4 out of 5. Kind of wild. Where'd he go? Nico, George Pickens. What a classic player there. I will say this is probably a unique pairing in the sense that Bijan usually goes 1 or 2. Brock Bowers usually goes around for the 5th, 6th player, and then Kyren goes for the 5th or 6th player. So those two typically go right, to this currently CMC drafter, but I get Bijan instead of CMC. Does that make sense? Like according to ADP. So we'll take that. We will take. I am gonna go crazy here. I am searching up a straight up Google everything to find who I was thinking of. I cannot find this player. I am going absolutely crazy. Maybe he got a pass. I just remember him having a breakout type play, but I can't seem to find him, and he got hurt. But oh well. So we're coming back up on the clock. Oh, it's currently there, and so is Josh Jacobs. I think we take Josh Jacobs on the offset chance, lower ADP. We're able to grab him. Jacobs falls. Obviously, they grab Scat over for me. That's okay. We're gonna grab Scat and Toot for sure. We have a lot. I mean, think about obviously my running back room. We're gonna have to make sure that the next 2 picks do not have a week 11 bye, but can't grab Judkins. This is unfortunate, but if we grab 2, DeAndre Swift is there. It brings a lot of stability. Like these are all the players that I don't typically draft. At running back, Jaden, I can't even draft Trevion Henderson. Holy cow. Yeah, we're going to draft Swift here, right at ADP. Nothing crazy. And, yeah, we're having 4 running backs, all studs, all have a dependable workload. And, well, Swift is definitely not on my higher side of running backs, obviously, but we're going to grab 5 here. We're going to be done at running back. We don't have to grab but one more tight end, and then we just focus on the wide receiver position and the quarterback position, which is coming up to a juicy part. There would have been a good couple wide receivers that we could have taken, but there's going to be a big, juicy, fat load of them here between right after we're done with our last running back here. So I'm pretty excited that we're going to get some good quarterbacks and wide receivers regardless. Just had to clock back in. Dalton Kincaid just went at 65. Stafford, I just realized that he took Stafford. Is this the same player as the one that took Josh Allen in the first? These aren't outlandish players, though they are drafted at the wrong periods of the draft. This draft may not get thrown out because these might just be players he likes. He's obviously stacking players that he likes, right? He's got Josh Allen. He's got Kincaid. You know, he has an affinity for those types of players. You can't throw that out because he likes those players. Works out great for me. No complaints here. We're going to get another basic running back. They're all going to produce. You know, he's like, we don't have to worry about not producing. These are all running backs that are going to get work. We grabbed the last, dominant touch guy here. So we're good. We're good now. Now we're just focusing on everything else. If we get a Jordan Tyson here, amazing. If we get Quentin Johnson, amazing. But we don't. I think we get. I have Chris Godwin moved up because I do believe that he is still a great wide receiver in a great system. We'll grab Chris Godwin here. Works out. You know, works out as a number 1 wide receiver at least. I had to go to the old Google and say LSU running backs every year, and so it was. I had to go back. It was Darius Geis, which I guess I must have drafted him the year after, or I tried to because I won 2021. So it must have been the 2020 season. So he was probably a senior. I must have tried to draft him the year he got hurt. So let's see here. Darius Geis. NFL highlights. He did play for the Commanders. I knew he played for the Commanders. Dwayne Haskins completed that pass to. Oh man, I knew it was onto something. Okay, so if Justin Herbert somehow falls to me, we'll take Justin Herbert. You know, just on the offset chance that he's an amazing quarterback, falling 13 picks past ADP. Also, we have back stacks with, or we have later stacks. Okay, he does go. We're going to grab Brock Purdy here. If I grab Brock, maybe they don't grab Ricky Pearsall. If he does, he does. It's okay. We got a stud quarterback regardless. There's other wide receivers in this area that he might grab. If he does, and he leaves me Harold Fannin, we're going to take Harold Fannin. I think he's, going way too late, personally. Okay, he shouldn't grab him. Look, Kenneth Gainwell is a really weird pick. I just want to point out that he could have had a Jared Goff stack with Sam Laporta instead of Kenneth Gainwell. I get that he had a running back there, but that does not make sense. I'm sorry. This makes 0 sense. He could have had a full team stack pretty much. Gibbs, Laporta, Jared Goff. He doesn't even have JMO. J-Mo. Who did he pass up for J-Mo? Let's see here. He dropped George Pickens. Yeah. Because J-Mo went the fourth round. Early in the fourth round. It's just kind of silly. So the year I won it, I had a 3-5-10-2 build. We might be headed down a similar path. Because we already kind of know what quarterbacks we want. We kind of want Baker Mayfield at the next one, if available. If he's available. And then I always want to come for Danzo. For Danzo Mendoza. We have Fernando in the later stages if we cannot seem to lock everything else up. Anything else up. Jeez. You don't watch the ad and it's going to make you watch the thing. I'm waiting to see the highlight play for Darius, guys. Washington Redskins quarterback Dwayne Haskins completes pass to running back Darius Geis. 45-yard touchdown, and still has 7 more seconds because, yep. I just want to see it. Oh, yeah, look at it. It's pretty. Dude. Sprinkle. I mean, that Commanders team was terrible as well. Darius Geis shreds Panthers with 129 yards and 2 TDs. Oof. You couldn't stop him, guys. You couldn't stop him. I gotta pause that video. I'm gonna watch the rest of that as the next set of picks go through. Let's see. What do we have here? We're hoping for Baker. You spin me right round, baby, right round. I'm dreaming. Ooh, a little Bowers, Kelsey, a tight end, Baker Mayfield. Wouldn't mind that. He still needs a tight end. He can definitely see him taking one here. Romeo Dobbs is a great fit for my squad. Do we have anything great? We do have Jordan Love. Is there any backstacks? Colton's gone. There's really nothing else. Everything else is kind of tied together. We'll leave Jordan Love for somebody else. Good. We'll take Kelsey. We're done at tight end. We're okay at quarterback. If we don't get Mendoza, we're good. And now we just need a bunch of wide receivers. That was nice living down memory lane for that one. That was a good video to watch him torching the Panthers, just running all over them. Dude, he stiff armed. He broke tackles from Luke Kuechly. I already forgot who it was, but like stiff armed a very, very above average linebacker. I forget Shaq Thompson, above average, not amazing, not great, just a good, above average, not good, above average running back or linebacker. But Darius Geis, dude, I mean, I think he committed some crimes too. So it is what it is. But let's see. Ooh, almost clicked off of this in a bad way. Darius Geis. NFL arrested. I had 4 misdemeanor domestic charges, 3 counts of assault batteries. Dropped though. Reaching a settlement. Has not played in the NFL since. Poor guy. Oh, strangulation charge dropped. That's not great. still stuff like that could kill a career, and it looks like it did. It looks like it did kill his career. Grab Jaden Higgins. Grab Jalen McMillions here. I believe that quarterback is gone. Yeah. We could grab Bryce here. But we do have Bowers. Was McMillian still here? Yeah, let's grab McMillians. We have both. We'll get those wide receiver like points. We're gonna get those points for sure by grabbing those. It's not ideal, but we grabbed a little bit of a room. Anything that Abuka doesn't catch, it should be one of these two guys for the most part. I wanted a Bryce Young pick there, but it's okay. He most likely won't be there when we get back, but it's going to be okay. We're just going to be drafting a bunch of wide receivers. I don't mind drafting 2 from the same team there because that means at least we're going to fill one of the spots there with decent points. Yeah. And we're going to we might grab Noel. Anything that Nico doesn't catch, we just got to hope that one of them catch it. It will get points that way. Oh, okay. So, Darius Geis was not a great person, allegedly. He denied all allegations of assault. But he was accused of raping 2 women. So that's not great. And there's strangulation charges. That's not great. But remains the same. He was a fun player to watch. Who he reminds me of esque-wise? He reminds me of Cam Scadaboo-esque. Like he had the juice. You know what I'm saying? He had the ability to make things happen. Strong, explosive, good, decent pass catcher. He could do it all. A lot of Darius Geis talk here for someone that hasn't played in the NFL for probably like 3 or 4 years. And yeah, whatever. I remember him being a big part of that year and wanting to draft a lot of them. I didn't have the bankroll to play that much back then, so he was definitely one of my guys. I'm surprised I haven't gotten my ticket because I'm pretty sure it was draft 2. And let's see here. I'm gonna open up this tab right here. See what I'm missing. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I did get a ticket. I did get the ticket. Okay. I was a little concerned that I wasn't gonna get my ticket. I need my ticket to do more drafts, y'all. So Jalen Naylor and Trey Tucker both get drafted. Aaron Rodgers goes, so that means Bryce is still available. Highly doubt he makes it to me. There is a quarterback room with just 1 currently. But if he does make it back to me for some weird reason, I will be taking him. Is anybody else doing anything crazy? I feel like I shut the room out at running back at a certain couple spots. Right here, he only has 2. He has Zach Charbonnet and Cam Scadabo. It's a risky 2. A lot of us have 5, with and he has 2 is Travion Henderson and Jeremiah Love 5-5-4-4. So a couple of 2s. I feel like they're screwed. Barkley's a good number 1 to have. Blake Corum, solid. It's solid. It's not bad. This one has 4, but he got 4 early, so good for him. That's exactly what we were doing, except for we had the other side of the board. Then we added Bowers to it. But look, I honestly think taking Bowers instead of Kyron and Travis Etienne or Breece Hall was the right call. Though I had gotten Breece Hall or Kyron Williams fairly late recently, so I didn't really want to do it at the same time. I understand. That was okay. So we're not going to take any chances. We're going to grab Mendoza here. We're just going to click on the wide receiver position and draft from this queue. These is how I have it ranked. I do like these players over like why have your ranks if you're not going to use them? This is how I see it. I would say I would move Stripling back. I didn't realize I was above the field at 180. I'll happily move him behind Zakarian. Is that what is it? Zachariah? I almost call him Zakarian. That's not right. Zachariah Branch somewhere after him. Not sure exactly specifically where, but next Ridley. I just try to stay with the code here, not the code, the general public. Okay, so he ends up going. Brock Purdy goes. Let's go ahead and grab AD Mitchell. I think he could provide upside and in some usable weeks. That's good. Looking back at all this, I think I'm going to be this silly old man. It's just watching old tape and old things and playing old games. I went to my local GameStop, which if you go to your local GameStop, I don't know if this is everywhere, but they sell old systems and old games. And I saw NCAA 04. And I was like, man, the one I don't know which season it was, but if it wasn't that one, the one with Larry Fitzgerald, I probably put 3,000 to 5,000 hours on it. I played that one past a couple of years later. Like I didn't play the next one until I was in college. Like when I was, which funny enough, side tangent to my side tangent to my side tangent. My freshman year in college, I got lived in a dorm room, co-ed dorm room, which now looking back at it, totally, did not take advantage of that as a young man. I kicked myself. I quit the football team, so I didn't feel, welcome. I don't know why. I just felt like outcasted when I quit the team. But to be fair, I could feel that they were going to be butt cheeks, and they were. And I didn't really care for how they were being coached and how everybody was being coached, and I didn't care for it. And it wasn't my. I didn't feel like I had any place to say anything, so I dipped. But regardless, they had a NCAA college football PS tournament or whatever. They had some kind of console tournament. I played as I forget what year it was, but I had did I play Texas and I had Roy Williams? No, this I played as my Michigan guys, which had Braylon Edwards on it, and I would just throw 5-step drop, fly right to Braylon Edwards, or I would run it. I think it was with not Bohart, but drawing a blank on who it was. It was Hart. It was Michigan RB Hart. Mike Hart. Hart highlight. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's not a lot. Oh my gosh, watching this is a cringe. Oof. You could have stopped him, man. Is that Chad Henne? Who is that? Who's the quarterback? I forget. Dude, Hart was unstoppable. Oof. Oof. Again, all QBs. Just want to know all the QBs since quarterbacks. It was Chad Henne. Okay, I was like, maybe I'm losing my mind. I'm so old now. I'm like, was it Chad Henne? Or am I just making that up? It was Chad Henne. Dude, look at this quarterback share stat instead. Dude, I became a Michigan fan in like 93, 94. So right after Todd Collins, the Brian Griese days. Oh, my quarterback. First off, Brian Griese, stud, And then I get Tom Brady. Didn't think much of him. He was okay. He was okay, right? And then you had the ultimate low snapper. If you guys ever want to see, if you guys are younger on the younger side, watch John Navarre under center, dude. Dude was doing full on squats. I don't understand how his knees and legs can hold up. And then we had Chad Henne, who I have my biggest memories of because that was when I was like really into football. And then Denard Robinson. Yeah. Denard Robinson, man. Nothing positive to say about. No, I'm just kidding. No, he was a great quarterback, running back. Like he was not a traditional running quarterback. He was like what people thought. What people thought Lamar Jackson should have been. Like that's what everybody projected him to be. When clearly Lamar had, an amazing arm talent. Da, 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 da. So we got Booty, field stretcher. If and when scores points, points are big time. Man, I don't feel great about this. I will say zero RB felt better than robust RB. I don't need another Tampa Bay wide receiver. So we're going to go Brazil here. If and when it allows me to, because this guy decided to take $8 million a year. Bada bing, bada boom. So not doing a live stream has increased my ADD of what, because I already kind of know who I'm taking in these last few rounds. Kind of thing. It's just more about a formality of finishing it up. So I have gotten so far off track that I am looking up at a Tate Forcier Wikipedia page. And I was like, whatever did happen to that guy? He ended up playing for the CFL, but it sounds like he didn't even make the team. He had signed with the Hamilton Tiger Cats in May and was released that very same year. I guess he didn't finish up with Michigan. He looks like he was fun to watch. So I'm like 58, he had a decent passing percentage. His QB rating was good. His touchdown to interception ratio was not great, but he was fun to watch. But then obviously when you had Denard Robinson back then, it was tough to overcome that. Show this tab instead. As this is filling up or filling out. I feel like we have a pretty good room here. So let's go ahead and recap it. We got Bijan, Brock Bowers, Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard. Great running back room. Chris Godwin, Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, Baker Mayfield, Travis Kelce, Jaden Higgins, Jalen McMillions, Fernando Mendoza, A.D. Mitchell, Trey Harris, Jeremy Bernard, Keyshawn Booty, Chris Brazel. Then we're going to finish up with wide receiver Alec Manners. Maynor. Yeah. I think that's the way we go here. I think that's the best fit. Let's see here. What does ADP say? Rashad Bateman. Okay. I think I go Alec. I like his potential. Like everybody's throwing him away. Like he was a developmental quarterback that everybody knew was a developmental quarterback, and they're just going to toss him after year one, even though it is a new quarterback or a new system. But Alex showed like he has talent, so I'm not quitting on it just yet. I'm not making a huge stand, but I'm not going to say that I'm not going to take at least 10% of Alec at this point. Leave. And I will see you guys at the start of the next. Weirdly enough, so we already did the robust RB. We've done the zero RB teams, and now are doing, balance build. Well, there ain't nothing better than doing a balance build when you're in the middle of the draft because you can take the best falling value at every position. So it looks like we're probably going to start with a JSN team, unless Puka or somebody doesn't take one of the better plays. But I also, after the first two, I was like, we'll check out the badges. I almost instantly got started. It also would have been better to sit out this draft had I been able to adjust it or get to the withdrawal in time. Only one non-badge player. I personally rather have the chaos of non-badge players than the ADP drafters that every single person with a stochastic, a Saber Sim, a 1 week season type player will bring to the table. I like the crazy wild side of the other type of player. But here at Best Ball Nation, we do not believe in ADP. So like we're going to take ADP right at this one because that's just what the best player typically is. And who's really going to be mad about getting JSN, the real offensive player of the year? I don't know why I said real, but I did. The offensive player of the year last year with JSN. Coming up on our pick, CMC just went. So that means we are getting one of Puka or Jamar Chase. I'm happy with either. We're getting Puka. CMC drafter in the top 3. I take it back. I take back anything I just said about stochastic drafters. They're wild and insane. You also see one drafting ADP, the other one not. So we'll take it. We'll happily take it. Amon Ra goes at 6 instead of JSN. So that's interesting. If I was the Owlette, maybe I think he might have been the one non-badger. I could be wrong though. Let's see here. Owlette. Yeah, he was the one non-full badger. Oh, there's 2 of them. Never mind. I take it back. There's 2 of them. But he's not a full badger. But regardless, not a lot of variance expected in my head. Getting off to sleep. This is the 3rd draft. We've been sitting here for probably almost 3 hours. We got to go to work tomorrow, so we're gonna hit the sack after this one. Why does it say I had $3 in the account? That says I have not. Race finished. Damn, we did not do well in the race. Oh, AJ Allmendinger crashed. Blaney finished 11th. I'm glad I did not bet on him. I would have gotten part of it correct. Who finished? Logano? Logano finished first. That's interesting. Who was top Chevy? I would have not gotten SVG, correct? Logano with 180, dude. That's wild. I got on DraftKings to see what draft number this was. Okay, done 186. That means nothing to me. Could have hit the best ball. I have now done 100 drafts. So right after this, we got to right after this, we got to tweet out the exposures. And balance doesn't just always mean wide receiver RB, quarterback, tight end. You say it's about having more, like in my head, a 3-7-7-3, or a 3-6-8-3 build, something along those lines, and just drafting a good solid team, nothing crazy, just building a solid team. A lot of the running backs going off the board, so it does look like we might end up with Brock Bowers or a wide receiver if that continues. We're next on the clock. A Devin Achane team wouldn't be too outlandish. I won't mind a Brock Bowers. Okay, so we're going to get a Devin Achane. So we are going to go wide receiver, running back. Yeah, I don't mind it. And I'll take Josh Allen if he makes it this far back this way. I do like when building balanced teams, which is what I typically have been trying to do this year. I'm trying to balance as best as I can. I have I've just recently started drafting quarterback early, aka Josh Allen early, and it's like, you're gonna tell me you're gonna fade, the most important quarterback in the NFL, based off his entertainment value alone. His defense did not really get that much better. I feel like we should be aware of our surroundings, and our surroundings are saying he's just so much better at quarterback than everybody else. You should take him. Don't waste your breath on other people. Just take that best one. And now, honestly, I was taking Travis Etienne every single time, and I was also taking Malik Neighbors every single time. And now that he had negative reports, Malik Neighbors did, I eventually said, I'm not going to take him. I'll wait for him to get to the fourth, and I'll take him then. And then the same thing kind of happened with Travis Etienne. Something's like everybody's worried about Alvin Kamara. I'm not really, but I get it. I'm also not trying to say the market is wrong, so we're just going to allow the market to correct itself and take something later. But Buka will fit this nice, easy, balanced team fairly well. And allow us for the potential of drafting Jalen Hurts, which I am higher on than most. Oh, man. Going back on the clock here. Got another bunch of good options here and two good running backs that it's going to be. Literally, I said we're not doing this intentionally. So the fact that we might get Travis Etienne here in the late fourth, which his ADP says he's going to get drafted here, and looks like it might be an auto drafter. 3, 2, 1. Unfortunate, but we get Scatterbo here. Yeah, boy ain't complaining. So we have a Miami 6, 8, 10, 11. Well built on both sides. We have a little bit of everything. What led to this nice little fall of running backs? A lot of wide receivers in that third round. A lot. Works out for us. Pandemonium. Let's see here. Pick 53. We are looking at Devontae Adams. With the burden. Whatever tickles our fancy. Ooh. I don't mind Christian Watson. I don't mind Christian Watson. Let me get Christian Watson. I dare you. This is about the same price I was drafting Christian Watson when he ended up dying. Not dying, but poor use of terms. Not playing a lot that year. I can't remember if this was the hamstring year or what, because just luck. Just my luck. Ooh. I'm like, why am I on November? I was looking at when I thought it was the week 17 schedule. I got distracted. Christian Watson, welcome to the squad. I like Tutu, but it's not every day you can get a full team so far loadout at stud positions at all. Tutu probably will be a stud. Kind of a risky bet. Oh, man, sorry guys, I should have paused that recording part, but oh well. Hour and a half in. Let's see. Oh, made $60 today playing a game called or on tryout. And what did I say here? I put 160, and then they offered if you played the 60-cent game, like 1v1, it got like a 10% extra bonus. So you can don't feel close. Let's zoom in on old daddy here. Yeah, you see that $60. I was like, I'm gonna play. They have a deposit bonus. Like they're constantly running the deposit bonus. So I was like, I'll play a deposit bonus. I'll see what happens. I'm gonna play the deposit, right? And I was like, I'll play a little bit more. So I played a little bit more plus the deposit bonus, and ended up winning a total of $60. Feeling pretty good about it. So this is gonna be a balanced team. Oh, okay. Well, it didn't happen, but Tyler Warren falls to me. 8 picks past ADP. You take the falling value. Bunch of fallers here, and we're not mad about it. If we can get Jalen Hurts, though, it's going to be like right at ADP ish, and we'll be happy with that selection if that was to come to that. I'm over here flossing my teeth, and this draft is flying by. We have a pretty good shot here at Jalen Hurts, so pretty excited about this. Caleb Williams, though, kind of crazy that he's still on the board. But we're going to take advantage of a little bit of ADP fall. Pretty happy about that one. Stafford's still available. Jordan Love is still available. We can literally pair all of our quarterbacks together. Caleb Williams just goes at pick 80. 10 picks past ADP. That's a pretty good fall for Mr. Caleb. I know we're an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm just now explaining the ticker. I just typed in Bible verse of the day. I've explained that I'm getting more into my faith and going through figuring out personal things, like motivational type things, and and trusting in God and Jesus that, you know, to show me the right way, show me how to do things the right way. And yeah, I've lost 65 pounds. You know, I owe a lot of it to him, and a lot of it to the strength that he gives me to not eat. You know, like he put it on him and rely on him to get you through these things. And I can do all things through him and strengthens me, right? So, and I feel like even though if you're starting bad on a draft, you can do all things, and you're gonna get through it, no matter what. Even if you have a bad draft or a bad day, you can rely on him. He'll always hear you. You may not get the answer that you want or get the satisfaction of everything, but you can always rely on him. I'm getting traded, Reed. Get a double up on the Packers. Maybe that'll allow me to get Jordan Love. Stafford's gone, right? Stafford was gone. Okay. Where did Stafford go? Stafford won at 87. See, that's the kind of player I don't quite understand. Where's the Davante Adams? Davante Adams is here. That's who I thought I was. I thought I was going to be able to. Menta was like kind of like paying attention. I thought I was going to be able to push it. That's why I was like a little confused. Like with Jaden Reed, I thought it would have been Stafford would have been there. It is what it is. It is what it is. People just like naked quarterbacks too, I guess. Nothing goes with this Purdy pick. Oh, heck, we might go Jackson Dart 2 and push. Yeah, Jackson Dart goes with my Cam Scatterboo. And yeah, week 8, week 10, we're good there. If we're able to get Jordan Love, amazing. If we don't get Jordan Love, oh well. I really don't understand why someone would take him. Who's the other option? Let's see, Tucker Kraft here. Yeah, he could take him. What wide receiver am I missing? Christian Watson, Jaden Reed. Oh, Matthew Golden. By the way, we have our starting roster built with Jalen Hurts, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Scatterbo, Devontae Smith, Devin Achane, Puka Nacua. I would like a nice solid running back here if we don't get Love, or a non-Green Bay wide receiver. Rapidly approaching our next pick here. I was looking at the schedule. Pittsburgh versus Tennessee. What a weird matchup. Oh, who drafted Jordan Love? Okay, it was that guy. Third quarterback. Good for you. Peanut butter and jealous, I'll be honest with you. We're going to draft our second elite tight end, Dalton Kincaid. We're done at tight end. We could be done at quarterback potentially. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see, but I don't mind it as is. But better not draft Golden here. Oh, yeah, I end up with JCM or Aaron Jones, White. You never know. You never know. Or a crazy fall on Wan'Dale Robinson. We just don't know. Oh, Bill gets drafted right in front of me. And then Wan'Dale Robinson gets drafted. Unfortunate. It's okay. Aaron Jones is here. Not ideal, but Not complaining either. I know I say that a lot. It's an annoying thing that I say a lot. Yeah, but nobody's complaining. But it is what it is. One of the things I just like to say off the cuff, it's my comfort phrase. Same with the "it is what it is" phrase. I do say that a lot. Looks like Daniel Jones is a viable option for my next picks at 140. Pretty balanced build, 2-3-4-2. Don't mind another receiver, but at this point, if we could get Daniel Jones on the back. So we're going to be relying heavily on Jalen Hurts and Jackson Dart-esque. Jackson Dart's going to be there for the spike weeks throughout the season. Jalen Hurts to the first part, and then when Daniel Jones is finally never mind getting better there, but he gets drafted. That's unfortunate. Quarterbacks. Let's see what we are rocking here. Quarterback. Sam Darnold. We could go just to hitting our quarterbacks with our running backs teams. You always grab him and grab Sam Darnold here. Get Cooper Kupp later. Oh, if Keaton Mitchell makes it back to us, great. If he doesn't, it's fine too. This is a high upside type play. Mark Andrews went. That was unfortunate. And Shake went in front of me. I would have loved either one of those running backs. Ugh. I can't imagine drafting Isaiah Pacheco. If he kills me or burns me, I guess it was meant to be. I just can't imagine being burnt by Isaiah Pacheco. And even if he does amazing, I will be fading him the next year as well. I would have drafted double quarterback to put these guys kind of in a hole. And see, this is where I don't like 1560. You have these great wide receivers, great running backs, probably a decent quarterback. Yeah, you have Josh Allen, so you're good there. But you have 0 tight ends, so you're not getting any points. So you might as well be the guy that drafts 4 tight ends. I get that. Draft another wide receiver, another one. So we're done at quarterback, I believe. Yes, we are. Flex. I like everything that's going on here. I like all 3 of those picks. And Keith Mitchell, you are it, buddy. You are the one. Desire. Just about back on the clock. Some good ADP. Travis Hunter. That's who we're going to go. Travis Hunter, welcome to the squad, buddy. It's a solid get at 165, but I feel like that's his current upside with no team, which I think he should absolutely be signed somewhere, but for some reason they do not. Still no tight end. There's only 6 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just trusted me out, man. Solid, solid, solid. Oh man, man, oh man. Tony Williams, Greg Dulcich. Gonna have to take Algier here with the ADP fall. All about a good ADP, and I don't believe in that specific offense, but I do believe in that specific talent. And he's better than 173. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Take it. I like where we're at. I like where we're at. Just about back on the clock. It's starting to pick up and the speed. AJ Barner to go along with our Sam Darnold. Seems like a no-brainer there. And then if we're able to grab Cooper Kupp, we'll grab Cooper. No big deal if I cannot. Just seems like a perfect fit for this team. So we had a quarterback ADP values of 8, 10, 11. So there. Tight ends are 13, 7, and 11. Good there. Wide receivers are a mess. Get close. I've heard of Gerald Lee Davis, but I don't remember Arbus. Y'all take forever to make decisions. I occasionally miss a pick because I'm not paying full attention to it, but y'all just make miss picks all the time. Come on. We want a Cooper Kupp. Come on, Cooper Kupp. Come on, Cooper Kupp. Oh, that's a Michael dog scratching me on my ear because I definitely need my headphones in. Silly ass dude. Silly ass dude. Had my ears sweating up a storm for absolutely no reason. Nobody's listening to me. Not doing a live stream. Nothing indicates I should have had a headset on, other than I just like to have it on. Let's see here. Let's see. Currently only $5. That thing ends in 6 days. Funny enough, this is going to be about the same amount of recording / whatever. Not real life recording, obviously, because I'm giving it a lot of breaks. This is about the same amount of time that I do usually do a video, so it kind of works out in that sense. So it's been nothing but fun so far for myself. Not really going to do any editing. It's going to be just chopped up, just based off I can hit the pause button here, and I give myself a little breather. Yeah. So we're gonna draft a receiver here. Do we have anything? We have Devontae Smith, Jackson Dart. Do we have Malachi Fields? we got our Najee in there. And then we have Malachi Fields and Pandora Pat Bryant to first, be selected. Perfect. We'll go Fields. Yeah, feels good. Feels good. Remove this guy. And then 20th round, Najee. Did I not remove him? Yeah. Yep. So go ahead and read off this team, and then we're gonna hit the sack and upload. Well, we're gonna upload this, and then we're gonna upload our other stuff into the Patreon. This is gonna be available for everybody, but we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/bestballnation. You'll see me with a bunch of touching my faces and stuff like that because sex sells. Yeah, go the old face. So, yeah, we'll be there. Be square. Should be fun. Should be fun. So we got Puka Nacua, Devin A-Chain, Devontae Smith, Cam Scatterbo, Christian Watson, Tyler Warren, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Reed, Jackson Dart, Dalton Kincaid, Aaron Jones, Sam Darnold, Keaton Mitchell, Travis Hunter, Tyler Algier, AJ Barner, Cooper Kupp, Braylon Allen, Malachi Fields, and Najee Harris. Teams look good, everybody. Teams look good. Let's try and find one with silly stuff. Pretty good. Come on, man. Come on. Do those. Cole Kmet gets drafted ahead of Najee Harris. What are we doing here? Maybe I'm just the only person that believes that people get back fast from torn ACLs, and that's not even like that fast. All right, everybody. Say it with me. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. I appreciate everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow, most likely. AK Mr. Monday. And we will see you another day.